I'm Chris Brogan. I was asked an interesting question that I wanted to share with you. The question was basically, what is the process I use to take something that inspires me, some situation from my life, and then how do I figure out where I can use it? How do I decide if I'm going to put it into a blog or put it in my Blog Topics newsletter or Kitchen Table Talks, and how do I make it fit that? It's a question basically about process, how do I get it there? So first let me talk about how inspiration comes to me, because that might be helpful. I often get these experiences. Sometimes it's something that bothers me. Quite often it's something that bothers me. I'll watch how someone has marketed something. I'll tell you an example right from here. From my window, if this tree weren't here, I could see it just a little bit better. There's a small coffee and candy shop. And inside, outside the coffee shop, there's one of those little plastic signs that says, featuring Green Mountain Coffee, iced coffee or whatever. Right on that sign, there's a big giant thing that she added to it that says, no syrups. And so I wandered into the store because it's only right there, and I said, what's this mean, no syrups? And what she said was, well, we brew different flavored iced coffees. We don't just add a shot of syrup to it because that's gross. I said, okay, so me from the outside, what I saw when I saw the sign that says no syrups, I thought, oh, you're out of syrup. So if I like flavored coffee, I shouldn't show up. And she went, the message was small, no syrups. But to me, she thought she was doing a great piece of marketing by saying, this is the real stuff, it's brewed, it's not syrupy, etc. See how that's an inspiration? That to me then becomes a blog post for chrisbrogan.com. Why? Because there's not enough business value in it for Kitchen Table Talks or Kitchen Table Companies. I mean, I could add to it inside of Kitchen Table Companies because that's where people go to get some good business advice. I can make that a marketing lesson there. But then what I can do is I can promote that at chrisbrogan.com and then write a link to Kitchen Table Companies and say, if you remember, I will explain further this. Now you can see that there's a business thing to my process. My idea goes, oh, I'll go to the blog, which has way more readers. I will put up a post that's interesting, inspiring, and you can do something with it. But I'll also sort of tease in there that if you wanted a little more, you can come over here and do business with me. And then that just means I'll write a larger post inside of Kitchen Table Companies, and there'll be a lot more conversation and discussion around it, which will kind of get the forums going. So that's a little bit about the process. Then it's a question of, what do you do with it? So the hard details of doing it, I'll go as quick as I could. I'd probably take a photo of the sign. I would make sure I showed the no syrup sign. I would put that in the blog post. I would write a little teasery thing that explains kind of where I'm going to go with this. I will start with the, make sure your message is what you think you're saying, because that's what I'm going to end at. And then I'd write the blog post, 2 or 3 paragraphs just sort of explaining where I was feeling, and then I put the link to Kitchen Table Companies. Obviously, the other thing I would have had to have done is go to Kitchen Table Companies and have the longer piece. So I hope that explains it. If not, hit me back and I'll answer some more. I'm Chris Brogan. Hope that was useful to you.